Baruch Hashem, it really feels a spirit of a Yom Tov here in the shul, as it should very well be. We're finishing another Masechta. That's, what could you say? You know, Asher Mishak Balakan v'Talmuda biyadai. This is what life is all about. Learning Masechtas. I said last night in the shir that the Rabbeinu Ephraim says that Hashem spoke b'midbar Sinai ba'oyel mayed. So ba'oyel, says the Rabbeinu Ephraim, oyel is 36. It refers to the 36 Masechtas in Shas that have Gemara. And I said that that's probably the name Leah. It always troubled me. The name Leah is the same letters as Allah, curse. But Leah is 36. It's the 36 Masechtas. When we talk about the Oyel Shem Ve'ever, Oyel is again 36. Adam Ki Yomis Ba'Oyel Ein HaTorah Miskayim El V'mim Shememis Atzma Olav. That's again, the Oyel is the 36 Masechtas. We spoke about that. Rabbi Yehuda Assad says if you count the Masechtas, it comes out to be 37. So Rabbi Yehuda Assad says that Tomid, the Gemara on Tomid, was done after Rav Ashi, and therefore it doesn't count. So then it's 36 Masechtas. The Eitzah Plus says differently. He says it's like Rav Yosef in Masechtas Avodah Zarah, that there really is, the Bavas are counted as one Masechta. So it's Bava Kama B'Matzia B'Basa, the first gate, the middle gate, and the last gate, it's all one Masechta. So then instead of 37, it's 35, but it's accepted, like all the Rishonim say, that in Shekalim you learn Yerushalmi, then the Shekalim would be then number 36, and that would be the 36 Masechtas. Baruch Hashem, we're finishing the Masechta. I want to really welcome my good friend and Talmud Irving Fishbaum, Dr. Eisenberg, Menachem Yamansky, Michal, Mark Frankel, all the way from Philadelphia. You don't have to sit all the way in the back like I put you in the corner. I could do that later. And what's your name? What? Heinrich Korman? Chanoich Korman. Well, you listen from afar, right? Yeah, well, it's wonderful to have you here joining us as well. And, of course, everybody that's normally here. And we're holding now in the Mishna Yomis, Mishna Gimel, and Mishna Dalet in the 7th parak of Shekalim. Nishmas Levi Yitzchak ben Meir, Yaakov Moshe ben Zev, Eliyah Moshe Mechai Solo for Shalema, by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, by Yoel Klugman and family. So again, we're talking about stuff that we find. Basar shenimtza ba'azara, any meat that's found in the azara. Eivarin, if they're limbs, big pieces. Normally they cut it small if it's for eating, but the eivarim that goes straight up onto the mizbeach, they cut it into big pieces, so that's considered to be oilos, burnt offerings. Chatichai, small pieces. So small pieces, what are usually eaten in the azara? Kache kachim. So therefore we assume it could be chatois, sin offerings. Now it could be an asham too, but the laws of eating are the same for chatois and ashamas, so we say that it's chatois. Yerushalayim, if it's found in Yerushalayim, so what meat is eaten in Yerushalayim? Shlamim, zivchei shlamim. Now, we don't know, since kachim is very strict laws, if it's lost, it's disqualified with hes chadas because it might have become tameh. So therefore, either way, zeh v'zeh, whether it's in the Azara, whether it's in Yerushalayim, to ubetzurasa, you wait till it loses its form. That means you wait overnight. In Yerushalayim, you would wait 2 nights because the shelf life of shlamim is 2 days. So there you would wait 2 nights, and you would burn it. And it's taken out to the Mekayim Abira, and it's burnt. You can't burn it right away because maybe it's not, and you're not allowed. Maybe it's kosher, it's edible. You're not allowed to burn kachim that is edible, but you have to wait because it might be tummy and kachim tummy. You can't eat. So therefore you have to wait, and then you burn it. Nimtza bagvulin. If you find it outside of Yerushalayim, in the borders, right? Avarim, if it's in big pieces was obviously not cut to be eaten, therefore we assume that it was cut to give it to the dogs, and that's nevelos. Chatichos, if it's regular pieces, and it's a place where rive of the people are Jewish, then mutaris, then it's permitted to be eaten. Ubashas regel, during the regel, Shabbos and Meruba, people make a lot of meat and have a lot of guests from all over. They might cut it into big pieces even if they want to eat it, because they cook a lot for one time. Then af evarim mutar, and even if it's big pieces, it's mutar. Mishnah Dalet tells us, what happens if you find a whole animal? Behema shenimtzeis miyushalayim v'ad migdal eder, behema that's found in Yerushalayim, and from Yerushalayim until Migdal Eder, which is close to Yerushalayim, ukemidasa l'chol ruach, and that amount on the west and the south and on the north. Zecharim, if they're males are usually dedicated as olos. So if they're males, we assume that they're olos, that they're burnt offerings. Nekevais, if they're females, then we assume they're zivkei shlamim. Rabbi Yehuda says, well, if it's 30 days before Pesach, and it's a sheep or a goat that's a yearling that's within the first year, then haroy l'psachim psachim. If it's kaidam l'regel shloshim yom, if it's before Pesach 30 days, and then you could actually bring it as your carbon Pesach, register on it, and then if you find the owner, then you pay him for the animal. Just let me tell the Yolim what the plan is after this. We're going to start Masechtas Gittin. We do have Gemaras dedicated by Gedalia Engel. We have beautiful new Gemaras if you need a Gemara, and we will have the Daf Beis of Gittin. We really hope you could stay and start with us. You must start with us. You'll end with us. And as you see, what a beautiful hatzlacha that is. Those that started us with Saita came away with 49 blot of really exciting Gemara. After the daf, we'll count Svira, and then we'll have a Galasium. The cholent is cooking, and my wife made a fresh kugel, so it's good food in stock, and you could just join us for the food and give chizuk to everybody else. Reb Chananya ben Akash